Hello and welcome to the Pitching Moan podcast, the show where we take a theme and turn it into an idea. My name is Luke, joining me as usual are my co-hosts Aidan.
Hello.
And Helen.
Hello.
On today's episode, we'll be pitching recipes and ideas for food and drinks. But before we get into that, how's your past 2 weeks been, Aidan? You've been off for 4 weeks, haven't you?
I've been off for 4 weeks, yeah.
Right. Give us your 4 week lowdown.
Yeah, my 4 week. In 4 weeks, I have gotten a tortoise, had some driving lessons, and I've had an haircut. That's about it.
Can I ask you about your tortoise?
You sure can.
Can it breathe out of its arsehole as well?
What? Breathe out of its arsehole?
Yeah.
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
No, you're supposed
Put your
to
ear
finger
close
there
to
and
it.
be able to feel the air drifting out of it.
Ew, no, you doing that.
That's not air, Helen.
It's a fucking fork. Tortoise
No,
fork.
but apparently, or is it turtles? Turtles, same thing. No, they're not. But tortoise breathing out.
I tell you, you might be onto something actually, because I read that
Oh shit.
if you put a tortoise in water, obviously not because they can't swim, so just like a shallow little pool of water, they can somehow, like, I don't know, suck up water without drinking.
Like through
Just
the
by
ass.
being-
I told you. They can breathe out their arms. Or is that just turtles? I don't know.
I don't
Are they
know.
in the same family?
They are in the same family, I'd think, but I've never heard of fucking tortoise breathing out of its ass.
Is it possible that your tortoise will grow to the size of a dog?
No,
Or not,
I
do you
wanted it
reckon?
to. I was like, oh man, what if this tortoise grows to like be like, I don't know, 3 feet tall or something?
Yeah.
It won't. It only grows to about the size of your palm.
Ah, that's a bit shit. So
Yeah.
you've got the most use out of it so far now, haven't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you ever get scared that you'll let it go out for a walk around the house and then you'll just crush it? As you walk into the
I have
kitchen
stood on it
or
once. I've stood on it once and kicked it
Oh.
once.
something? Oh my god, you
Both
can put it on
accidental.
an air hockey table.
Fucking hell.
I am not advocating
Shit.
animal cruelty, although my recipe might, send that
What?
vibe.
As soon as he sent me that he got a tortoise, the first thing I said is you can make soup with it when it's dead and use its shell as a ball.
Yeah. Or you can give your baby a little hat.
Alright, come on. Oh my god, yeah, you can use its shell as a helmet.
Fucking hell.
Alright, let's leave my tortoise alone now. He's a little sweetie. He's called Timmy.
We've said that we need to
Timmy.
stick stuff on its shell as well. Like cannons and
What?
spikes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, a little Bulbasaur.
Yeah. Or like a little person riding it.
Yeah.
Like a little Lego man.
Glue it to the shell.
I'll make a tiny little model of you, Luke.
Sabutio.
Yeah.
You know, those little Sabutio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get tortoise jumpers, what you put around the shell, you know? It's like knitted.
Yeah, I saw a Super Mario one where they just
Yeah,
sort of
but
stick it
Bowser.
round.
They're pretty fun.
I want to see them. Tortoise
Might get one.
jumpers.
I'll get one, and then I'll, next time you come round,
Oh,
You can
they're
see
so cute. Oh, you can get a shark, you can get a Christmas tree, you can get a turtle, you can get a bat, you can get a crab, you can get a bee, you can get a...
you get a
what's that?
dinosaur.
A taco.
Why would you get like a crab? If you've got a tortoise, you've already got a sea creature. You don't need a crab.
That's true.
You just get a crab instead. Though I bet there's like crab costumes that look like tortoises.
Probably are.
Crabs
are
would be
shit, though.
crabs would be fucking horrible to as a pet.
They would. Have you seen those coconut crabs?
No, are they?
Oh, they're fucking horrible. They are giant motherfucking crabs, and they don't live in water. And what they do, they're called coconut crabs because they eat coconuts and they climb trees.
Ew, they look like... Ew, they're disgusting.
They are giant ugly crabs.
They look like face huggers.
Yeah.
I don't understand where the cartoon crabs get their sort of inspiration from, because crabs look nothing like that.
No.
They're like weird fucking spindly things.
Red crab. That might... Yeah, they do.
Red crab.
Yeah, put in a red crab.
Alright, yeah, never mind. Okay. Got that second one in.
I like
Looks well happy.
That one's kind of cute.
Let me have a quick look what coconut crabs look like.
They're ugly.
It looks like a growth.
Do you reckon you could eat them?
I reckon they'd be
Really
quite
meaty.
tasty. Yeah. They just probably taste like coconuts.
There's a guy here who's holding two in his hands. It looks like he's got claws. Like fucking creature from the Black Lagoon.
You could use one as a weapon, I bet.
Or a hat. I think we've got off topic here. What else do you do, Aidan?
What else did I do? Oh, I did my driving lesson, officially. But it's a bit shit, so
Yeah.
I'm not doing it with him again. So I'm currently on the hunt for another driving instructor.
How much were you paying for it?
£24 a lesson.
Yeah.
So yeah, £24 for an hour. If it was an hour and a half, then it was 36.
What was
So-
he like then? How come he was shit?
He's a good bloke, but I think he's just teaching me bad things. Because if you're not a driver, you will have no idea what I'm about to talk about. But basically, in the car, you have a clutch, you have the brake pedal, and you have the acceleration pedal. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put down. This is setting off, by the way. You're supposed to put it into first gear, bring up the clutch slightly to find the biting point, apply a little bit of gas, and away you go. Well, what he was teaching me was just going on the clutch alone without any gas. But if you did that in a car that wasn't as powerful as his, the car would stall
Yeah.
and you'd fuck up your clutch.
So he's getting you into bad habits.
Yeah, this is it. He's teaching me bad things, yeah.
Alright, okay.
When I told him about it, I was like, should I not be applying a little bit of gas here? And he's like, no, you don't need to. So I was like, alright then, pal. Take my money elsewhere.
Well, you said he keeps swearing as well at everything.
Yeah, he swears all the time. I mean, I swear from time to time, but, you know, it's a bit excessive.
Yeah, if it's in your place of work, then you try and at least rein it in a bit.
Yeah, exactly. But, no, it was just a bit like, calm down, will you? But yeah, no, he's alright. Other than that, he's fine, but obviously I don't want someone just because of the sound. I want to be a good driver, don't I? So,
Yeah.
That's pretty much my month in a nutshell. What about you, Helen?
So it was 2 weeks, yeah?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Let me think. I haven't done anything. Just moved out a bit of my stuff from my flat, and then I set it up here. So I've got my 2 monitors on top of a suitcase with my keyboard and my microphone here. So it's a really ghetto setup.
Yeah.
And then with this setup, I've tried live streaming this week. That's been weird. Lots of weird Russian people joining now and again. But that's about it.
I don't like
So
live streaming. Whenever I've done it before, you see someone come on and you don't know whether you respond to them or not because they just drop off straight away.
What I usually do is I just wait for them to start typing.
Yeah.
That's when I know they're going to stick around. And then
Yeah.
you can interact with them.
Yeah.
But what I've been doing is just drawing. I say, right, what do you want me to draw? So yesterday I drew a lemon with a really hairy ball sack. And then I also drew 2 bananas ejaculating onto each other. And then
Ah.
the last drawing was a satanic strawberry. And that's all from the people in the chat that were telling me to draw.
Fucking Russians.
Fucking
It's quite
weirdos.
entertaining. It was fun. What have you been doing, Luke?
Currently house sitting. I had Aiden round over the weekend. Made some virgin cocktails. That was alright, it was pretty good. Other than that, nothing much really, just been watching films and shit. So I can bring us on to my old chestnut segment of Film Report. I can find the fucking...
Woo!
If I can find the jingle.
Oh, I love this.
There's a fucking fly buzzing around in here. I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but it's
It did
fucking
that.
annoying me.
Film, 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 film report.
I love that so much.
Oh, that never gets old.
No, that's a good one, that. Right, so I've got 2 films that I can sort of do my report on for this week. I'll start with this one first. We watched Get Out on Monday. Have you seen that at all? It's,
No, I've not got...
came out... Go on, sorry.
I was going to say, is that the blind one with that guy who's blind?
There's a blind guy in it, but it's about a black guy. It's like a
right. Yeah, sorry, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about now.
yeah, it's like a racial sort of horror film and thriller. Basic plot for it is you've got a black guy going out with this white girl, and she's going to take him back to meet her parents. But once he gets there, something like not everything's as it seems, and something seems off. And then
Right.
as it goes on, it sort of reveals what's been going on the entire time. And it's really good because it's sort of like it gets you as you're watching it. It gets you thinking like this is going to be the plot. Usually, whenever you watch like a horror film or a mystery film, you kind of start guessing yourself
Yeah.
as soon as it starts. And you're like, right, I get it. They're going to do this. They're going to do this. But each time they do it, they introduce like a new element with this one. Where I won't go into spoilers at all, but by the time you get to the end, you couldn't really predict what the ending of the story is about unless you've actually watched or whatever, read anything about the film. But then also, as you get to the end, everything sort of makes sense. There's a bit of like far-fetchedness in the overall plan of what happens in the story. But everything that happens at the end is referenced at the beginning in some small way. So that's pretty good. So we enjoyed watching that. And then the other one, more recent film that we watched Wonder Woman on the week after the last recording, so I think 2 weeks ago. And that's a really good film. It's not a perfect film, but this is the film that like DC's desperately needed to do after fucking Batman vs Superman was shit and Suicide Squad was shit.
Yeah.
So this is the one they needed to just stay in the game here. It's a lot like Captain America and Thor, close to those sort of Marvel films. That's kind of it really, but it's something sort of original in itself. Like out of all the films that have come out this year, for the next episode I'll do a proper sort of order of what I've rated the film so far, and that'll be my film report probably for next week. But this has probably been my second favourite film so far this year, next to Logan.
Right.
Just because with ones like Guardians is a lot of the same stuff in the first film, and it's sort of Guardians was as hyped as it was good, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Whereas with Wonder Woman, I had no expectations for this. I weren't bothered about where we sat in the cinema. I weren't bothered about turning up late for it or anything like that. And it turned out to be one of the best ones we watched for the year. What can I say about it, really? I've got some negative things with it. So it's like I say, it's not a perfect film, but they're very sort of nitpicky kind of things that are wrong with it. So the ending's a bit CGI heavy and clunky, and it drags a bit. It's like a big sort of boss battle kind of thing. Like it goes a bit video gamey.
Right.
And it does that thing where I think this boss fights thing that's going on. I'll try and explain this, right? They start doing it, and it's sort of just as you think maybe it's coming to an end, it still keeps going.
Oh,
So then they
do
need
that with a lot of superhero films.
Yeah.
I do.
they need to sort of resolve it in the last maybe in like a 2-minute scene. So it goes a bit like Doctor Who-esque towards the end, where with Doctor Who, it was always like a solution towards it. When they couldn't get out of a problem, it's like, oh, well, Doctor Who wins this round because he's Doctor Who and he's done this magic thing. Like, there's an episode where he's this weird old gremlin, and he stops being a weird old gremlin because everyone thinks Doctor Who at the same time. And...
What?
Right, so... Go
It's
on.
magically a solution to everything.
Yeah,
when you need it.
because everyone thought of Doctor Who all at the same time around the world, he magically restored himself back to normal. And that's the sort of ending that Wonder Woman has. It's like she's getting the shit kicked out of her, and then all of a sudden she's like gets some kind of like hope or strength or something like that, where she's invincible and just kicks the shit out of the guy.
That
Yeah,
she
I know
could
what
have
you
done
mean.
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a Rocky Balboa thing, then.
sort
he
of.
always
Yeah,
wins on the last round in
yeah,
every fight.
yeah. It's like Magic
Like-
Rocky.
Yeah.
So
Somehow gets like a burst of energy
yeah.
enough to kick his ass.
Yeah, but that's kind of it. So that's one of the things that's a bit disappointing with the film. The main one that I found, though, was there's a part of it where it's maybe halfway into the film where it has this sort of ditzy woman sequence, and throughout the rest of the film, Wonder Woman's sort of like naive and like she doesn't really understand all the stuff that's going on in the human world and stuff like that. But for the most part, she's quite intelligent. But there's a brief bit where she goes into London and she's like, "Oh, there's a baby. Oh, look at the pretty baby. Oh, then they get her trying on dresses and she's like, "Oh, not this dress, not this dress." And it's... To say it's something that's supposed to be empowering for women, that's the weirdest bit in the film, because it's like, look how much of a girl she is. Let's get her in all these pretty dresses, and she doesn't understand how to walk in heels, so she's ditzy.
So they randomly changed her personality when she got to London.
Yeah.
And then it went back to normal again.
Yeah, that's yeah, it's really sort of jarring. And then while she's in London as well, because it's World War One, everyone's like, there can't be a woman in this room. Why is there a woman in this room? And it drags on a bit.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's a pretty good film. The villains are a bit unnecessary for some parts, and she's also got these supporting characters of like kind of like the Howling Commandos were in Captain America, where you've got these extra soldiers, and they're not needed. They're exactly like the ones in Captain America. And it's just they're sort of, if they were cut out of the film, you wouldn't miss them. But apart from that, it's really good. The story's constantly interesting. There's a cool bit where she's like in no man's land. That's really good. That's like the sort of the key bit. She's like deflecting bullets and shit and kicking people's asses.
Is it in slow-mo?
Yeah, it's lots of slow-mo.
I love it when they do slow-mo.
Yeah. I think you have to do slow-mo though for Wonder Woman, because when she's like deflecting bullets and shit like that.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of that.
If it's all going at like real time.
Yeah. The visuals are really good for it. Some of the CGI is a bit clunky, like the Amazons are all like the best warriors in the world, so that means they can like lean off a horse and do an upside down fire of a bow and shit like that. And I know that some of it was done for real, but a lot of it looks all rubbery when they're like doing weird sort of positions on horses. But aside from that,
into a video game cutscene.
Yeah, that's the main thing with the end. The end's very video gamey, like a quick time event. But aside from that, it's a good film. Yeah, nothing much I can really say about it other than that.
Oh, I don't know if you two are interested in this, but you know E3,
Yeah.
a gaming event.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few new games, and one of the new games that will be coming out in 2018 is Spider-Man.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that.
But it's only for PS4 though, and I've got a fucking Xbox One.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Is it just an exclusive?
Yeah, because
it's a
Sony on the
PlayStation
rights, don't they?
Yeah.
Never knew that. Sorry. I haven't been watching it. People have been giving me updates and whatever, and that was one of them.
But I've only just found out, I think it was like yesterday, that it's a PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, I found out because they did a trailer for it a couple of months ago,
Yeah.
and I was reading it's only for PS4. I don't understand why he's got the white spider on him.
No, I don't get the white spider. I was hoping, because I thought I'd be able to get it, but I can't. But I was hoping you could get like different suits for him.
Yeah, I imagine you will be able to. Most Spider-Man games let you do that.
You'll probably find little things around the city, and
Yeah.
you'll be able to change the suits.
Or even buy them, you know, from like PlayStation Store.
Yeah, it's more likely they'll do that, won't they? That's what they always do.
Sell different costumes to make money from it.
Extortion.
I watched the gameplay for it, but it didn't look that impressive. It's sort of like, it looks a lot like the past couple of Spider-Man games.
I think it looks
Do you
good.
remember that one on PlayStation 1?
Yeah, where
that one.
the one where it's like everything's all like polygons and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still a good game though.
I bought it on off Amazon a while back. It was like a £10 or something like
Yeah.
that. So I was replaying it.
I might get it on PC
Yeah.
and play it again.
Well, you get it on an emulator.
That was my favourite game as a kid, that.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
The bloody Stan Lee commentary.
Yeah, but
Hey there, webheads!
yeah, but you can't skip through it as well, which is the worst bit. So every time you die on that first level, if you try and skip through it, it just pauses halfway through his sentence, and then when you unpause it, he carries on talking.
Yeah, it's well annoying.
Bastard. Alright, do you want to move on to... Alright, since we can't really get into a conversation going on about, what's your favourite food? Do you guys actually have a favourite food, or no?
Nah,
No.
not
All
really.
food is great food.
Yeah,
I like pizza, but there's other food that I like just as much too.
yeah. Well, I've come up with a short quiz of weird random food from across the world. It's mainly a series of like animals that other countries eat. So I've taken these from the Telegraph. So what I'll do is I'll say what the dish is, and then I'll give you 3 options of what it could be, what the answer could be.
Right, okay.
Okie doke. Question 1. Which country eats tarantulas? Is it A, Cambodia, B, Guatemala, or C, France?
Cambodia.
I would have gone for Cambodia, but I'll go for Guatemala.
Okay, Helen gets the point on that one.
Yeah.
It says, I've got a little excerpt of what they all sort of describe them as on the bottom. So for tarantulas, the guy says, I bit into it and saw all the egg sacs all white and fluffy. It tasted like licking the wall of a cave, cold, dark and wet, like a mouthful of cobwebs.
Oh, that sounds nice.
That's horrible.
Bit of seasoning, it'd be nice,
That is
that.
exactly what you should do with tarantulas.
Yeah.
Eat them. Eat fear.
Fucking eat. Face your fears by eating them.
Consume your fear. Exactly.
Right, moving on to the next one. We've got, which country would eat a rat? Your answers are A, China, B, Nigeria, or C, France.
China.
Say the countries again.
China, Nigeria, or France.
France.
Okay, Aidan gets the point on that one. It's 1-1.
Yes.
Aw.
Rat apparently has a chemical taste to it and was not at all like chicken.
Ew.
Aw.
Fucking probably
Like
polluted rat or something.
It's all that shit they eat.
Yeah. Right, number 3. We've got silkworms. So where eat silkworms? Is it A, Thailand, B, France, or C, Turkey?
Silkworms. Thailand. I know they eat a lot of insects in Thailand.
Yeah.
They have them in fucking lollies and stuff.
Ugh. A fucking mosquito on a stick. Ella, what's your answer?
Did you say Taiwan?
Thailand,
Oh,
France, or Turkey?
I'll go with Thailand.
Okay, you both get a point on that one.
Yes.
Silkworms, in order to extract the silk from these repulsive grubs, they're first boiled up as some sort of stew, and then the silk is removed in a candy floss-like machine.
Ew.
Wouldn't you love to just throw a dinner party and serve all these foods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if anyone's eating while they listen to this. That'd be pretty funny.
Silkworm. Candy floss.
Yeah. Alright, number 4. Maggot cheese. Which country is maggot cheese? A, Tunisia, B, Sardinia, or C, France?
France. It's got to be France.
France
France
like the
fucking loves
cheese.
the cheese, yeah.
Is that both your answers?
Yeah, France.
Helen, is that your answer?
Yeah.
You're wrong, it's Sardinia. Okay, so it says Pecorino Sardo, which is an Italian sheep cheese, is set aside so that cheese flies can lay eggs into the rind, which then hatch into maggots. The maggots feed on the cheese and add to the fermentation and smell. The maggots are eaten live with the cheese.
Oh, that is horrible. That is actually horrible.
It
People
also
like these foods.
apparently so. It's like delicacies in these countries. And they say that with a cheese one, with the maggots, you're supposed to eat it live with the maggots on, provided they don't jump off. Alright, I think you'll like the next one. Number 5. Which country drinks seagull wine? Is it A, the Antarctic Circle, B, the Arctic Circle, or C, Blackpool?
Arctic Circle.
Helen?
Oh no. say the first two.
You got Antarctic and the Arctic Circle.
I'm gonna go with Blackpool just for the.
You never know, they might do. You get some like fucking homeless man under the bridge or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining.
Aiden gets the point. It's the Arctic Circle for that one.
Yes.
Yeah. So-
You're in the lead by, I think you're on, is it 4-3 or something like that?
I don't know.
I'm sort of keeping score, but I'm also not. I could probably work it out. Anyway, so to create seagull wine, it was created by Inuits to help brace through the cold nights. What they'd do is they'd stuff a dead seagull into either whole or in parts into a bottle of water and leave it out in the sun.
That is manky.
What, and drink the blood?
I guess so. Just drink the
Just all
contents.
putrids that come out of it.
Yeah,
It's all sorts of fucking fluid. Horrible.
fucking gross, innit? Number
Yeah.
6, cow urine.
Say that again.
No, I said number 6 is cow urine.
Oh,
Which country eats cow urine? Is it A, Ireland, B, India, or C, Israel?
India.
I think India. I was going to say India because I know that cows are sacred in India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by drinking its piss, they must think it's like a sacred thing to do.
Is that both your answers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right there, India. Hindus believe that cow urine possesses therapeutic value and is sold alongside milk and yogurt, like in shops. There's a fact here I've got, which is a research centre in Haridwar once planned to launch a new cola-based product that would rival Pepsi, made only using bovine byproduct.
That is nasty.
So you could be drinking a refreshing glass of cow piss cola.
So does cow urine make them ill, or is it fine?
I don't know. I guess it's maybe they're used to it or something. But
Yeah. It can't be good because obviously,
Toxins.
yeah, your body gets rid of all its shit through piss. So you're just drinking fucking animals' toxins, which ain't too great, is it? Really?
yeah.
Nope.
Number 7. Whilst we were on about bovine people or bovine creatures, number 7 we've got bull penis. Is that A, China, B, Mexico, or C, Spain?
Mexico.
Spain.
Both wrong. It's China for that one.
Oh.
I tried to throw you with other
Although,
countries.
you know, Spain and Mexico love their bulls.
Yeah.
They do love their bowls.
That's where
why.
that's where I was trying to mislead you with. So bull
Yeah.
penis is a traditional Chinese aphrodisiac and is eaten widely across the Far East. It says here it was revealed in 2008 that China's Olympic athletes would request bull penis soup on a weekly basis. And in that year they got 51 gold medals, so draw your own conclusions.
Oh shit.
Should be eating more bull dick, boy.
Yeah, we should all be eating dick.
Bull dick.
What's
Bull
that
dick.
bull?
Bull dick.
Okay, your last one. Aiden's in the lead by 1 point. Your last one is called Smalahove, better known as sheephead. So, where do they eat sheephead? Is that Finland, Norway, or Yeway?
Finland.
I was gonna go Finland. I'll go for Norway.
Aiden gets the point.
Oh,
2 ahead.
yes.
Norway. It's a traditional Christmas dish. The sheep head is made by boiling a salted lamb's head for around 3 hours. And then the etiquette states that first you need to eat the eyes and ears whilst they're still warm. Then you eat the rest of the head from front to back. And apparently the tongue and eye muscles are the prime cuts.
Oh,
Tongue's supposed to be nice.
I've heard good things about tongue.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it being good. It strikes me as like rubbery and slimy.
Yeah, I can just imagine it being like chewing on like, do you know like a lump of blue tack?
Yeah.
Just like chewy and ugh.
Or like meaty chewing gum.
Yeah,
And gristly. Ugh.
nasty.
Right, so that concludes this segment of fucking cooking with Hannibal Lecter. Do you want to move on to pitches?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, who wants to go first?
If Helen goes first, or you,
All right.
Luke, that's up to you, yeah.
Alright. Helen, you're up first then.
Okay. My recipe, not really a recipe, more of an idea, is to start cooking household pets. So what you do, yeah. So, you know, your bunnies, your cats, your guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Tortoises.
And with a guinea,
Fucking run,
make a
Timmy!
bacon butty. Yeah, exactly. Make a bacon butty out of a guinea pig. Is a guinea pig classed as bacon? That's my question.
Well, I was reading, whilst I was coming up across all these weird food things, I found that there's a country that eats guinea pig, and it tastes like rabbit, apparently.
Oh.
So,
Red rabbit.
yeah. So,
Why are they called guinea pigs?
are they from Guinea?
Do they oink?
They do. They
Let me have
kind
a-
of squeak. They do kind of. I used to have 2 guinea pigs back in the day when I used to live with my mum and dad. And they do like a little squeaky, onky squeal type of thing.
That's probably why they're called guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
What have I written here? Alright, okay. So you raise the animals as pets, become attached to them, pet them, pamper them, stuff them, fatten them up, then kill them in a ritual, a sacrifice, and then season them with a bit of salt, bit of chipotle, mayonnaise, whole grain mustard. There you go. That's the dish.
Holy
Guinea
shit.
pig.
It's like fucking satanic farming.
Exactly.
It's funny as well because I was like, me and Megan were actually looking for someone to look after our little Timmy whilst. We
Yeah,
were
don't
away.
fucking ask Helen. Jesus.
Yeah, I was gonna say, fuck me, you're the last person.
Oh. I'll take good care of him.
Make a nice
No, that's
dish out of him.
I'll nail varnish his shell. Let me say that again. Nail varnish his shell.
No, he's a boy tortoise.
That's my.
Those are your
children.
pictures.
Short and sweet,
Just like a guinea pig.
just like the recipe. Exactly.
Short and
Just
sweet.
like a mama used to make.
Exactly.
Alright, Eddie, do you want to do your ones?
Yeah, well, I am a huge fan of sandwiches, and throughout the years, I have come up with quite a few sandwich ideas. What I think, I've tried and tested them myself, I think are pretty damn good. So these are the top 3 sandwiches that I make that I think should be sold at cafes and whatnot. Alright, so the first one is a full English breakfast sandwich.
Go on.
Now, basically, when I get a full English breakfast, you got your bacon, you got your eggs, you got your beans, your sausage, mushrooms, blah blah. I make a sandwich out of all of it, and it tastes bloody fantastic. But you can't buy a full English breakfast sandwich that I know of.
Yeah.
So I thought, for a cheaper option, because if I go out to a cafe and order a full English, I'm just gonna make a sandwich out of it. So for a cheaper option, why not make it already made as a sandwich? I'd love that. I'd buy that every time. So
I
that's
get-
my
Would it be
first.
warm?
You want sorry?
Would it be warm or cold?
Oh no, it'd be warm. It'd
Alright.
it'd just be an English breakfast, but on a sandwich.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from here. It'd be like you get halfway to it when you make like a bacon and sausage and egg butty from like a burger van sort of thing, but you also want your beans and your mushrooms on there.
Exactly. Yeah. Just put on some beans, put on some mushrooms, ash brown if you're into ash brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
That's
yeah, black pudding as well. I like black pudding.
See, I was gonna say there'd be a cost-effective sort of thing, which is why they don't do it. But at the same time, it wouldn't hurt like a burger van just to stick on some beans and mushrooms.
No, this is it. I mean, how much are beans? You can buy a tin of Heinz beans for 50p.
Yeah, and you only need to use a bit for like a bap.
Exactly. A full tin of beans would make, 3 sandwiches. You won't need to use a full tin on a sandwich. So anyway, that's my first one. My second one is similar to the English breakfast one, but a pie sandwich. Basically, you get your pie, stick it on some bread, some tomato sauce, or whatever sauce you want, and eat it. I've tried it, and it is bloody beautiful.
But
Sandwich.
surely a pie defeats the purpose of needing a sandwich though, because it's crust on both sides.
But
It's like a
because
cooked
it's a nice
sandwich.
thing. It is a cooked sandwich. I get where you're coming from, but having the cooked sort of pastry
Yeah,
on a nice piece of bread, I think it is bloody beautiful.
I can see the appeal.
It's nice. And my last one is a noodle sandwich. Now what I like to do, this is one of my favourites, is grab a pot noodle, and instead of eating it just with a fork, so that's boring, you want to put it on a sandwich. Oh dear, that is so nice.
I don't know whether that sounds nice or if it sounds gross.
No, pot noodle sandwich. It's
What
one of those
flavour?
things where you have to try it. It could be whatever flavour you want, Helen. There is many flavours out there of pot noodles. My personal favourite to put on a sandwich is the curry one though.
I'm just eating a curry one for dinner.
Do you drain the sauce and then put it on the sandwich?
Well, what I do is I
You can
leave the
dip it
sauce
in.
I get a fork, fork the noodles onto a sandwich, and then I just pour a slight amount of sauce on top. So you get like the bread can go a bit soggy, but if you eat it quick enough, you'll be fine. Nice.
Nice.
Stuns you both into silence. I bet you're both thinking, I'm like,
It makes you think, doesn't it? Because it's sort of like the things that I'd eat, but then you think, why have you not tried them before? Like the full English one, I'd be up for. The pie one actually sounds like something I'd have. I don't think I'd try the noodle one just because, with me, whenever I do make a sandwich where there's something wet involved, it always ends up seeping through and wrecking the bread.
Yeah.
this is the only
You'd
thing.
need tough
Like,
bread,
if
I
you eat
think.
If you eat it quick enough, then you can avoid the soggy bread.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you let it stand for a couple minutes at the most, it's gonna go a bit soggy. But no, all three of them are my favourite sandwiches.
So when you make your full English one, what do you actually do with it? Do you cook
Well,
a
what I
full
do-
English and then just make it all in the same sandwich, or do you just make a sandwich out of some bits of it?
I make a sandwich out of the most part of it. So what I'll do is I'll have my toast, and then I'll get my bacon, put all my bacon on, I make 2 eggs, put 2 eggs on, mushrooms, sausage, and then I'll get a little bit of beans on my spoon,
Yeah.
put the beans on top, sandwich it in, and eat it. Cut it in half, sandwich. Messy, but it's bloody good.
I was going to say it'd be a messy job, wouldn't it? Because you got your egg and beans on there.
Yeah, but it is really nice. I urge everyone to try it next time they have an English breakfast.
I mean, I've had some of it with like on toast because when we have toast with our full Englishes, and obviously you just scoop it on and make a little sandwich out of the toast bits.
Yeah, you see, this is it, because I know that I'm not the only one that's ever made an English sandwich, and nobody's thought of the idea of selling just a sandwich,
Yeah,
as opposed to the full breakfast. And it's quicker as well. Say, you're late for work or whatever, you're running a bit behind. You can just go and get instead of a full English breakfast, you can get a full English sandwich. You can just chow down in 5 minutes.
yeah, it'd be
Or on
filling,
the
yeah.
move.
Have you
So
ever
obvious-
tried? Do you know that? Is it marshmallow stuff?
What, marshmallow
I
I know,
fluff?
I know what you mean, but
Fluff.
I've not tried it. No.
Whatever you do, do not melt down actual marshmallows and try and replicate it because it just drips everywhere and sticks to your hands.
Why would you
and
put
can't
marshmallows on a
move.
fucking sandwich?
I was trying to copy that spread, that fluff spread. Do you know that comes in the
Yeah,
jar?
Yeah.
People usually get a spoon and eat it out. Well, it's made for sandwiches.
Is
and
it?
Toast and stuff.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know. I thought it was for desserts.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
thought
like
that.
Oh, maybe it is.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I thought it was for toast. So I thought, I can just melt down some marshmallows and try it myself. But it didn't work. It just dripped all over me. Looked like cum. And it sticks to your hands.
Oh, I can imagine it being sticky as hell.
It is.
That's fucking gross.
That is pretty nasty. Helen.
Right.
Sorry.
Right. Go on, Luke. What's your fantastic concoctions?
Alright, so I've got 3 pitches. One's good, it's tried and tested. One's okay, it's been tested. And one I think could be good, but I'm yet to try it.
Right,
So
okay.
I'll start with that one first. So there's 2 food types that I love, which is pizza and Chinese food.
Yum.
So I see pizza as like a universal medium, like a sandwich is. You can pretty much put anything on a sandwich and you can put anything on a pizza.
Yeah.
So my experiment that I'm yet to try is I want to try adding Chinese style salt and pepper shredded chicken onto a pizza as a topping. So chicken already works as a topping, that works fine. You can get crispy toppings like bacon and pepperoni and that sort of stuff. So why would salt and pepper chicken not work? You just get
I
the
love salt and pepper
pieces.
chicken.
As long as you don't put too much like other sauce on it, because that'll just make your pizza all greasy and wet. But you just get the dry pieces off and put them on top
Yeah.
of the pizza, and then eat it like that. It's like fried chicken, but Chinese style.
That sounds pretty good.
I
Because
like that.
you can get different types of chicken on pizzas anyway. You can
Yeah.
get tandoori chicken, barbecue chicken, normal chicken. So for like a Chinese style chicken, I think would be really nice, like a salt and pepper chicken.
Yeah, like fried in batter and that sort of stuff.
Would you put the onions on it as well? Because I love the onions.
Personally, I wouldn't, but obviously you can do as long as, like you said, you'd have to wring it out and get all the juices off first, because otherwise it's just going to make your pizza all wet.
You see, the thing with that though is you've just got to try and figure out if salt and pepper chicken works well with cheese.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That could be a problem.
So I'm not sure how that would work. It could do. I mean,
Yeah,
I've had spicy pizza before.
I mean that's the thing. You got to test it out because you get the you can get the Oriental onion style ones. I think I'm sure
Yeah.
I've seen them. But no, if someone tries it out, send in an email or whatever, tell us if it works or not, and then I may try it. But it's whether or not Chinese works with Italian food as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Could possibly work. I think it's worth a shot.
yeah, I mean, it sounds like it could either be a great idea or a terrible idea.
Yeah.
There's no in between. That's the risky part with it.
So would the chicken be like with the breaded coating as well?
Yeah, so what you'd do is you wouldn't cook it from scratch. There's no way that you should try and cook this from scratch where you get like a pizza and then you cook the chicken on top of it. Don't do that. Just literally just buy a plain cheese pizza and buy some salt and pepper shredded chicken and just put it on when you're coming to eat it whilst it's still hot.
Yummy. I love. You're making me hungry.
I am actually hungry now. I'll probably want a pizza and salt and pepper chicken wings. Or chicken pieces or something.
Need to try it out. Alright, so my second pitch is a cocktail. So, firstly, to give the listeners some insight, around February time last year, I started building up a bar shelf in my room where I just, every month or every couple of weeks, I'd buy a new spirit, liqueur, whatever. I'm sticking on this shelf. That way, I could always fix myself a drink, or if friends come round, I can be like, what do you want? I can make a cocktail, anything like that.
Yeah.
So over that time, I got a small collection sort of built up of whiskies, rums, vodkas, gin, tequilas, liqueurs, spirits, beers, and mixers.
In your bedroom.
Yeah, just like having a little bar in my room,
Yeah. I've
just
seen
on my
it.
shelf.
It's pretty good.
So one night, I just bought myself some sloe gin to try. If you've not tried sloe gin, it's kind of like alcoholic Vimto. It's really nice. It's like sweet and fruity. So I was working my way through that, and I was halfway through watching Hellraiser 3, which is a shit movie, when I decided to make myself a cocktail. And at this point, I'd already drunk a fair bit, so the concoction is messy as fuck. It's all over the place. So I've got this app in my phone called My Bar, where what you do is you put in your ingredients and it tells you what cocktails you'll make. So whilst I was still drunk, I sort of came up with this drink titled Luke's Fuck Drink. I assume because it fucks you up, but I guess that's the best name I could come up with under circumstances.
Fair enough.
And I can't remember if I threw up from it, but I remember being it's a sickly drink. It's really sweet.
Were you hungover?
No, but I'd already drunk quite a bit, so I don't know if that's what made me feel sick, or if it was this one drink. So to make Luke's Fuck Drink, get your pen and paper, children. Here's what you're gonna need. So you need bourbon, amaretto, sloe gin, triple sec, and lemonade. So me being drunk at the time, I didn't write the instruction order, so I'm guessing this is how you do it. So you just add 25 mils of all the spirits, except for sloe gin, in which case you add 50 mils, because I liked that more at the time.
Yeah.
And then you just top it up with lemonade, I'm guessing. So if someone wants to take that home and try it out, let me know how it works and if you can fix it, but I remember it not being very good.
Have you ever tried a Long Island iced tea?
Yeah, I make it all the time.
It's got everything in it, really, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
gin,
I used to
vodka,
think
tequila,
it was-
rum.
Just iced tea with something in it.
No, there's fucking loads in it.
It's just because it looks like it. I didn't realise that was the reason. But
Yeah.
right.
Basically, with Long Island iced tea, what it were was there were students in Long Island who they weren't allowed to drink, have drinks on campus. So they made the most alcoholic drink that made it look like iced tea at the same time. So everyone's going around drinking this on campus, getting pissed up.
That's a pretty good idea.
It's clever.
Yeah.
Because they
It's
can put it in
clever.
an iced tea bottle.
Yeah.
That's a nice one. That's one. If I ever go out somewhere where they do cocktails, I'll get that one. Just because it, like I said, it's nice and it gets you fucked up real quick.
It does.
So my last pitch is a cocktail that's been tried and tested, and it's fucking delicious. Aidan, you've tried it on the first time we had you around for cocktails, and I call it the Mr. Freeze after the Batman villain.
Yeah.
So what you'll need for that, you'll need blue Kurokwa, which is like triple sec, but it's got like blue food colouring or something in it. You need gin, vodka, Smirnoff Ice, blueberry juice and ice cubes. So you need to start with some prep time with that. You get your blueberry juice and you make some ice cubes out of it. And you need to frost your glasses as well, so just stick them in the fridge for a couple of nights or whatever. You can also sugar the glass edges if you want with like lemon and sugar, but you don't really need to do that. But the blueberry ice cubes you do need to do because it helps with the flavour overall. So you need to start. You fill a cold glass with 3/4. You fill a cold glass 3/4 full with Smirnoff Ice. So that's going to act as like your base. You then use a cocktail mixer with ice. Add your 50ml of blue Kurokwa, 50ml of gin, 25ml of vodka, and 25ml of blueberry juice, and shake it mixed together, and then strain it into the Smirnoff Ice. And then you add your blueberry ice cubes, and that's all there is to it. And it's sort of like it's really sweet, refreshing. It's quite fizzy from the Smirnoff. And it fits the overall theme. It gives you like this, like a pale blue cocktail. It's like ice cold. It tastes like blueberry juice.
Nice.
What's that?
Have you made it?
Yeah, I've done it before.
It sounds really good. I would try that.
It's nice for like a summer drink. It's really like refreshing.
It is nice.
The more blueberry juice that you add though, because you can add it if you prefer it fruity and it's too alcoholic or something like that, you add more blueberry juice. But the more you add, it's going to lose the colour. It's going to start going red because of the colours instead of like a pale blue. And then also, if you want to substitute Smirnoff Ice for lemonade, just add an extra 25ml of vodka, but it won't taste quite the same. But no, that's give that one a do. That one's really nice.
Copyrighted.
It's alcoholic. It's very alcoholic as well. So you can make it really strong. And if you do it, I don't know if my measurements are right, but if you follow those measurements, you might get a few glasses out of it. Because I remember that we had, when we did it, we had 2 bottles of Smirnoff, and I think we only ended up using one of them, and we ended up filling drinks for 4 people.
It was really nice, I remember.
So that's my pitch. If you want to reach the show, if you want to send us an attempt that you've had at making salt and pepper shredded pizza, or noodles on sandwich, or hell, what were your one again? Or dead pets. Don't send us those ones.
No, I don't want to know about the Dead Pets one.
Yeah.
Well, I do, so email me.
Yeah. You can email the show at pitchandmoanpod@gmail.com. We're on Facebook under Pitch and Moan. We're on YouTube. We're on Podomatic under the same things. That does it for the show. We'll be back next week with, I think, what could be our last episode. For now, anyway. So, I said we'll be back next week. Week after that, we're back. And that kind of does it for the show. Quit your bitching, start your pitching.
See you in a bit.
Bye.